Hello. Today I will show you each type of gem. Gems are a piece of mineral crystals,
The rocks, Hank.
Now, they're minerals. Jesus, Marie, I got some geodes coming that are very delicate, all right?
and they are cut or polished and used to make jewelry or other adornments with. I will show each gem's hardness scale, which shows its resistance to scratches and abrasions of the gems. The scale goes from 1, the softest, to 10, the hardest. And I will show its worth per carat. The carat is a unit of mass which is used for measuring gemstones. The bigger the gemstone, the more carat, therefore it costs more. I will show its origin and color. Alexandrite. Alexandrite is a gem that changes its color, green by day and red by night. Alexandrite was discovered in Russia's Ural mountain range and named after the Russian Tsar Alexander II, and it's considered one of the rarest gemstones. Alexandrite is a 8.5 on the hardness scale, and the gemstone sells up to $15,000 per carat. Almandine. Almandine is red-orange to red with some purple-red, and it's in a darker tone. Almandine is the oldest and most common gemstone. It's named after the city of Alabanda, which is in today's country of Turkey. Almandine is a 7.5 to 8.5 on the hardness scale, and the gemstone sells between 2 to 8 cents per carat, which is one of the cheapest. Amber. Amber is a gem that is fossilized tree resin, and it comes in variety of colors, such as green, red, yellow, blue, brown, and orange. Amber is a 2 to 2.5 on the hardness scale. It's not a hard mineral. Amber is commonly sold by grams, not carats, and is valued by its color, clarity, and the size of the nugget, which ranges between 20 to $40,000 or even more. Amethyst. Amethyst is a violet variation of quartz. The name comes from the Koine Greek amethystos, which means intoxicate, a reference to the belief that the stone protected its owner from drunkenness. And the origin where amethyst was discovered was no other than Russia. But one of the biggest producers are in South America, mostly Brazil. Amethyst is a 7 on the hardness scale, and it's selling for $20 to $50 per carat. Ametrine. Ametrine, also known as Tristine, or by its trade name, Bolivianite. It's a naturally occurring variant of quartz. It's a mixture of amethyst and citrine. It's purple and yellow or orange. Ametrine is originated in Bolivia and is only found in Bolivia. Ametrine is a 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $3 per carat. It's quite cheap for being a rare gemstone. Amylite. Amylite is an opal-like organic gemstone, which comes in a lot of colors: blue, green, red, yellow, orange, violet, and indigo. Amylite is primarily found along the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains of North America. Amylite is named after the ancient Egyptian god Amen. Amylite is a 3.5 to 4 on the hardness scale, and the price is between $6 to $24 per carat. Ammonite is considered one of the world's rarest and most valuable gemstones. Andalusite. Andalusite is an aluminum nesosilicate mineral, and it comes in lots of different colors, such as green, black, white, yellow, pink, brown, gray, and orange. Andalusite is named after the southern Spanish province of Andalusia. That is where it was long believed that it originated from. But the actual location was a different province in Spain, El Cardoso de la Sierra. But the name Andalusite stayed anyway. Andalusite is a 7 to 7.5 on the hardness scale. It's relatively a rare gem, and it's selling for $50 to $200 per carat. Andesite. Andesite is a silicate mineral that comes in green, red, yellow, pink, and orange. It was discovered in Colombia. Andesite is a extremely rare gem. Andesite is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's selling up to $1,700 per carat. Apatite. Apatite is a group of phosphate minerals. Apatites are transparent to translucent, most commonly green or blue, but can also be colorless, yellow, violet, pink, or brown. The word apatite comes from the Greek word apatao, which means to deceive. It was named so because apatite was said to have deceived people by allowing itself to be confused with some of the more valuable gems. Apatite is found in a lot of different countries around the world. Apatite is a 5 on the hardness scale and sells for $75 to $200 per carat. Aquamarine. Aquamarine is a pale blue to light green variety of beryl. Beryl is a mineral composed of beryllium aluminum silicate. Aquamarine is named after two Latin words, aqua, meaning water, and marina, meaning of the sea. The largest deposits of aquamarine are found in Brazil, Tanzania, Kenya, Mozambique, Nigeria, and Madagascar. Aquamarine is a 7.5 to 8 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $800 to $900 per carat. Aventurine. Aventurine is a form of quartz. It's known for its bright inclusions and glistening or shimmering effect. This effect comes from the presence of chrome-bearing froxite, which adds a silvery green or silvery blue sheen to the stone. It is usually a golden brown, but also can be found in blue or green. The majority of green and blue-green aventurine originates in India. Aventurine gets its name from the Italian word avventura, meaning by chance. This is an allusion to the lucky discovery of aventurine glass or goldstone at some point in the 18th century. Aventurine is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $2.41 per carat. Azurite. Azurite is a soft deep blue copper mineral, produced by weathering of copper ore deposits. Azurite is usually found in copper mining areas. Azure is a French girl's name that means sky blue. Azurite is a 3.5 to 4 on the hardness scale. Pure azurite will cost upwards of $10,000 and it's an extremely rare gemstone. Bixbyte. Bixbyte, also known as red beryl, is marketed as red emerald or scarlet emerald. It's an extremely rare variety of beryl, as well as one of the rarest minerals on Earth. The gem gets its red color from manganese ions embedded inside of beryllium aluminum cyclosilicate crystals. It was discovered in the mountains of Utah. Bixbyte is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $500 to $2,500 per carat. Bloodstone. Bloodstone, also known as heliotrope, is a cryptocrystalline mixture of quartz that occurs mostly as jasper or sometimes as chalcedony. It comes in red, green, and brown. It is primarily mined in India. Bloodstone is a 6 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $1.20 to $3 per carat. Carnelian. Carnelian is a brownish red mineral. It originated in the Bengal region of India. The name carnelian comes from the Latin word carnus, which means fleshy, a reference to the color of the stone. Carnelian is a 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $1 per carat. Chrysoberyl is an aluminate of beryllium. The name chrysoberyl is derived from the Greek words chrysos and beryllus, meaning a gold-colored beryl. Chrysoberyl forms within metamorphic rocks containing beryllium, which exists in only a few parts of the world. Chrysoberyl is a 8.5 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $20 per carat to over $2,000 per carat, depending on the quality. Chrysocolla. Chrysocolla has a cyan, blue-green color and is a minor ore of copper. The word chrysocolla was derived from the Greek words chrysos, meaning gold, and colla, meaning glue. Chrysocolla can be found wherever large copper deposits occur, such as Africa, Mexico, and the United States of Arizona. Chrysocolla is a 2 to 4 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $225 per carat. Clinohumite. Clinohumite is an uncommon member of the humite group. It's brownish to orange-yellow and red. Clinohumite originates within the limestones of the Mount Vesuvius volcano complex near Naples, Italy. It was named for its monoclinic crystal structure and its relationship with the mineral humite. Clinohumite is a 6 on the hardness scale, and it sells around for $130 per carat. Danburite. Danburite is a calcium boron silicate mineral that forms in small prismatic crystals similar to topaz. It was discovered in Mexico, but it is found in other countries. Danburite is a 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells up to $100 per carat. Diamond.
Oh my gosh, it is diamonds! It's diamonds!
Diamond is a solid form of the element carbon, with its atoms arranged in a crystal structure called diamond cubic. Diamonds are considered to be one of the hardest natural materials known to man. Early descriptions of diamonds date back to the 4th century BC, when diamonds were a valuable material already. The diamond is a 10 on the hardness scale. Diamonds are sold between $1,300 and $16,500 per carat. Diopside. Diopside is a very common mineral. It's found in ultramafic igneous rocks. It originates from the mountains of Siberia. The, the diopside derives its name from the Greek word di, which means two or double, and the word opsis, which means look or sight. Diopside is a 5 to 6 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $12 per carat. Emerald. Emerald is a gemstone and a variety of the mineral beryl, colored green. Emeralds were mined in Egypt as early as 330 BC. The name emerald means green gemstone in Greek. Emerald is a 7.5 to 8 on the hardness scale, and it sells between less than $1 per carat and up to $100,000 per carat, depending on the quality and size. Fluorite. Fluorite is the mineral form of calcium fluoride. Fluorite crystals formed 150 to 200 million years ago, when hot water containing fluorine and other minerals were forced up through cracks in the earth where it interacted with the calcium-rich limestone bedrock. The word fluorite is derived from the Latin verb flur, meaning to flow. Fluorite is a 4 on the hardness scale and sells for $3 to $8 per carat. Garnet. Garnet is a group of silicate minerals that have been used since the Bronze Age as gemstones. Abrasive garnets can come in virtually all colors, but blue is rare. Garnet is a 6.5 to 7.5 on the hardness scale, and a 1 carat garnet with inclusions could cost around $500. But a clearer garnet with more rare color can cost between $2,000 to $7,000 per carat. Goshenite. Goshenite is a colorless gem, another variety of beryl. It is called the mother of all gemstones because it can be transformed into other gems like emerald, morganite, or bixbyite. Goshenite is also referred to as the purest form of beryl, since there are generally no other elements present in the stone. Goshenite was officially discovered in a small American town called Goshen, and it was named after the town. Goshenite is a 7.5 to 8 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $6 to $24 per carat. Grandidierite. Grandidierite is a rare mineral that was first discovered in southern Madagascar. The gemstone was named after the French explorer Alfred Grandidier, who studied the natural history of Madagascar. Grandidierite is a 7.5 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $20,000 to $26,000 per carat. Howlite. Howlite is a borate mineral known for its chalky white appearance with dark veins. It was discovered in Canada, and it was named after Henry Howe of Nova Scotia. Howlite is a 3.5 on the hardness scale, and it sells for $5 to $50 per carat. Jade. Jade is an umbrella term for two different types of ornamental rocks used as jewelry. Jade is found in Myanmar and Guatemala. The name jade means precious stone. In China, the jade is known as the stone of heaven. It symbolizes goodness, beauty, and purity. Jade is a 6 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $3 per carat to a couple thousand per carat. Jasper. Jasper is a type of quartz. It's most commonly red, but it may be yellow, brown, green, or rarely blue. Jasper is found all around the world. The name jasper comes from the Old French jasper, meaning spotted or speckled stone. Jasper is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $2 to $5 per carat. Kunzite. Kunzite is a purple-colored gemstone, a variety of spodumene with the color coming from minor to trace amounts of manganese. Exposure to sunlight can fade its color. Kunzite was named after George Frederick Kunz, and it was discovered in California. Kunzite is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it can sell from $18 to $90 per carat. Kyanite. Kyanite is a typically blue aluminosilicate mineral found in aluminum-rich metamorphic pegmatites and sedimentary rock. It is the high-pressure polymorph of andesite and sillimanite, and the presence of kyanite in metamorphic rocks generally indicates metamorphism deep in the Earth's crust. The highest quality and the most authentic kyanite gemstones today still come from Nepal and Tibet. The name kyanite means blue in Greek. Kyanite is a 4.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $50 per carat. Labradorite. Labradorite is a member of the feldspar family and is treasured for its remarkable play of color. The stone, usually gray-green, dark gray, black, or grayish-white, is composed of aggregate layers that refract light as iridescent flashes of peacock blue, gold, pale green, or coppery red. Labradorite originates from Labrador, Newfoundland, northeast Canada, and it is named after it. Labradorite is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $40 per carat. Malachite. Malachite is a copper carbonate hydroxide mineral. Malachite occurs worldwide. Malachite probably derives its name from either Greek malche, meaning grass, for its green color, or Greek malachos, meaning soft because the stone lends itself well to being carved. Malachite is a 3.5 to 4 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $1 to $7.55 per gram. Moldavite. Moldavite is a forest green, olive green, or blue-greenish vitreous silica projectile glass, formed by a meteorite impact in southern Germany that occurred about 15 million years ago. Moldavite get its name from the Moldau River in Bohemia. Moldavite is a 5 on the hardness scale, and it sells from $50 to $100 per gram. Monazite. Monazite is a red, green, brownish, waxy mineral. It is hard and resistant. Monazite is formed when igneous rock undergo crystallization and when clastic sedimentary rocks undergo metamorphism. It is commonly mined in placer deposits, which are masses of loose sediment mainly consisting of sand. Monazite is found in India, Madagascar, and South Africa, and it gets its name from the Greek monazis, meaning to be alone, because of its isolated crystals and their rarity when they were first found. Monazite is a 5 to 5.5 on the hardness scale, and it is sold around $80 to $100 per carat. Moonstone. Moonstone is a sodium-potassium aluminum silicate of the feldspar group that displays a pearly and opalescent schiller. An alternative name for moonstone is hecatolite. Moonstones are found around the world, but the most valuable and transparent moonstones with strong blue sheen come from Myanmar. The moonstone is named after the moon. Moonstone is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $3.60 to $4.84 per carat. Morganite. Morganite is an orange or pink variety of beryl. The name morganite was first discovered in Madagascar in 1911. It was initially called pink beryl. However, the famous gemologist George Frederick Kunz renamed it morganite in honor of his patron, New York banker and philanthropist John Pierpont Morgan. Morganite is a 7.5 to 8 on the hardness scale, and it's sold around $100 to $300 per carat. Moss agate. Moss agate is a semi-precious gemstone formed from silicon dioxide. It is a form of chalcedony, which includes minerals of a green color embedded in the stone, forming filaments and other patterns suggestive of moss. Moss agate is known as the Mocha stone or Mocha stone, which stems from the Arabian city of Mocha in Yemen, which was where the stone was discovered. But you can find moss agate in several countries around the world. Moss agate is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $1.20 up to $6 per carat. Obsidian. Obsidian is a naturally occurring volcanic glass, formed when lava extruded from a volcano cools rapidly with minimal crystal growth. It is an igneous rock. The stone was named after the Roman Opsius, or Obsidius, who first brought this stone to Italy from Africa. Obsidian is a 5.5 to 5 on the hardness scale. Depending on the grade and the type of obsidian, it usually sells about $5 to $10 a pound, but it can cost up to more per pound. Onyx. Onyx is the parallel banded variety of chalcedony, an oxide mineral. Onyx comes from the ancient Greek onyx, meaning claw or fingernail. Onyx with pink and white bands can sometimes resemble a fingernail. Onyx is found in various regions in the world. Onyx is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $1.20 per carat. Opal. Opal is a hydrated amorphous form of silica. Its water content may range from 3 to 21% by weight, but is usually between 6 and 10%, due to its amorphous property. It is classified as a mineraloid, unlike crystalline forms of silica, which are considered minerals. It is deposited at a relatively low temperature and may occur in the fissures of almost any kind of rock. Being most commonly found in limonite, sandstone, rhyolite, marl, and basalt. The name opal is believed to be derived from the Sanskrit word pala, which means jewel, and later the Greek derivative opalois. There's a lot of different types of opals: black, blue, white, pink, green, red, yellow, purple, gray, orange, and brown. Opal is a 5.5 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $50 per carat and up to $10,000 per carat. Autoclase. Autoclase common alkali feldspar mineral, a potassium aluminosilicate. It usually occurs as variously colored, frequently twinned crystals in granite. Autoclase is used in the manufacture of glass and ceramics. Occasionally, transparent crystals are cut as gems. Most autoclase forms during the crystallization of a magma into an intrusive igneous rock, such as granite, granodiorite, diorite, and sienite. Significant amounts of autoclase are also found in extrusive igneous rocks such as rhyolite, dacite, and andesite. Autoclase is from Greek words meaning break straight because of the cleavages are at 90%. Autoclase is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold for 16 cents per carat. Peridot. Peridot, sometimes called chrysolite, is a yellowish-green transparent variety of olivine. Peridot is one of the few gemstones that occur in only one color. Peridot can be found in mafic and ultramafic rocks occurring in lava and peridotite xenoliths of the mantle. These ancient Egyptian gemstones came from deposits on a small volcanic island in the Red Sea called Topazios, and now known as Saint John's Island or Zabergad. Ancient Egyptians called peridot the gem of the sun, believing it protected its wearer from terrors of the night. The word peridot comes from the ancient Arabic faridat, which means gem. Peridot is a 6.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $50 to $80 per carat. Petalite. Petalite, also known as casterite, is a lithium aluminum phyllosilicate mineral. Crystallizing in the monoclinic system, petalite occurs as colorless, pink, gray, yellow, yellow-gray, to white tabular crystals and columnar masses. Petalite was discovered in the 1800s by Brazilian naturalist and statesman José Bonifácio de Andrada e Silvia, on Utö Island, Haninge, Stockholm, Sweden. The name is derived from the Greek word pedalon, which means leaf, alluding to its perfect cleavage. Pedalite is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold between $400 and $500 per carat. Petrified wood. Petrified wood forms when woody stems of plant are buried in wet sediments statured with dissolved minerals. The lack of oxygen slows the decay of the wood, allowing minerals to replace cell walls and to fill void spaces in the wood. Petrified wood is a 7 to 8 on the hardness scale. Rarer pieces will sell for over 100,000, while smaller ones can sell for $50 or less. Prehnite. Prehnite is a calcium aluminum silicate mineral with a vitreous luster. It ranges in color from light yellow to green and has a ultraphobic crystal system. It was first described in 1788 for an occurrence in the Karoo Dolerites of Crackduck, Eastern Cape Province, South Africa. It was named after Colonel Hendrik von Prehn, commander of the military forces of the Dutch colony at the Cape of Good Hope. Prehnite is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $7 per carat and can go as high as $127 per carat. Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is a manganese carbonate mineral in its pure form. It is typically a rose-red color, but it can also be shades of pink to pale brown. Rhodochrosite draws its name from two Greek words, rhodon, meaning rose, and chroma, meaning color. This legendary stone dates back to the ancient Inca civilization. Upon discovery the gem in a cave in Argentina, the Incas incorporated this beautiful pink crystal into jewelry made with silver. Rhodochrosite is a 3.5 to 4 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $100 per carat or more. Rhodonite. Rhodonite is manganese silicate mineral with an opaque transparency. Rhodonite comes in shades that vary from pale pink to deep red. It has a vitreous luster and is composed of other minerals such as calcite, iron, and magnesium. It has a triclinic crystal system and occurs in ores or as rounded crystals. Rhodonite is derived its name from the Greek word rhodo, which means rose. Rhodonite is a 5.5 to 6 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $12 up to $120 per carat. Rubellite. Rubellite is the red or pink variety of tourmaline, and it's a member of Elbate. Rubellite is also the rarest gem in its family. It is occasionally mistaken for a ruby. These gems typically contain inclusions. Rubellite is named after the Latin word rubellus, meaning reddish. Rubellite crystals were known in Europe when specimens were imported from the East as early as Roman times. However, the rubellite specimens were confused with other red gemstones, such as some garnets and spinels. Rubellite is a 7 to 7.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $300 to $1,000 per carat. Ruby. Ruby gemstones are a variety of mineral corundum. More specifically, they are the red variety, which is colored by chromium. Other colors of corundum are classified as sapphire. The word ruby comes from the Latin word rubber, for the red hue. All rubies are red, yet they have orange, pink, or purple tints. India was classically regarded as the ruby's country of origin for more than 2,000 years. Ruby is a 9 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from a few $100s a carat to a few $1,000s per carat. Sapphire. Sapphire is a precious gemstone, a variety of mineral corundum, consisting of aluminum oxide, with a trace amount of elements such as iron, titanium, cobalt, lead, chromium, vanadium, magnesium, boron, and silicon. The name sapphire is derived from the Latin sapphirus, from the Greek sapphirius, which referred to lapis lazuli. Party sapphires show two or more colors. Sapphires can be found in southern Asia and eastern Africa, and the island of Sri Lanka and Madagascar. Sapphire is a 9 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $1,700 per carat, but for good quality gems, it's up to 10,000 per carat or higher. Serpentine. Serpentine gemstone, or precious serpentine, was named in 1564 by Georgius Agricola, from the Latin serpens, for its molted and scaly appearance like a serpent or a snake. It is also known by many trade names such as false jade and Tenten jade. Serpentine is a 2.5 to 3.5 on the hardness scale, and it sells from as low as 20 cents and can get up to $3 per carat. Sodalite. Sodalite is a testosilicate mineral with the royal blue varieties, widely used as an ornamental gemstone. Although massive sodalite samples are opaque, crystals are usually transparent or translucent. Sodalite is from the Latin word sodalitas, meaning comrade or fellow member. Sodalite is a 5.5 to 6 on the hardness scale, and it's sold under $10 per carat. Spessartine. Spessartine is a nesosilicate manganese aluminum garnet species. This mineral is sometimes mistakenly referred to as spessartite. Spessartine's name is a derivative of Spessart in Bavaria, Germany, where it's found. Spessartine gemstone is one of the rarest and most valuable gemstones in the garnet family. Spessartine is a 7 on the hardness scale, and it's sold for $1,000 per carat. Sphalerite. Sphalerite is a zinc sulfide mineral with bronze black and honey yellow color. The mineral contains 67% zinc metal in its natural pure form. The name comes from the Greek "salaros", meaning treacherous, in reference to how easy it is to mistake the darker varieties for galena, a lead ore. Sphalerite is a 3.5 to 4 on the hardness scale, and it's sold between 20 to 200 per carat. Spinel. Spinel is the magnesium and aluminum member of the larger spinel group of minerals. Its name comes from the Latin word spinella, a diminutive form of spine, in reference to its pointed crystals. Spinel is a 7.5 to 7 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $50 per carat and can be sold up to $9,000 per carat. Sunstone. Sunstone is a type of feldspar and it contains hematite and goethite, which is why there's is such a speckled look to the stone. It is also known as aventurine feldspar. It comes in a few colors: red, pink, orange, and brown. Sunstone is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $50 per carat up to $300 per carat. Taphite. Taphite is a mineral, named after its discoverer Richard Taffi. In 1951, chemical and X-ray analysis confirmed the principal constituents of taphite as beryllium, magnesium, and aluminum, making taphite the first mineral contain both beryllium and magnesium as essential components. Taphite is a 8 to 8.5 on the hardness scale. The average price for taphite is 1,500 to 2,500 per carat. Tanzanite. Tanzanite is the blue and violet variety of the mineral zoisite, caused by small amounts of vanadium. Tanzanite belongs to the epidote mineral group. Tanzanite is one of the rarest gemstones known to man. It is thought to be 1,000 times rarer than diamonds due to its exclusive location, only found in one region in East Africa. This precious gemstone comes from the mines of Tanzania, in the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. Tanzanite is a 6 to 6.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold between 100 and 800 per carat. Titanite. Titanite, or Swene, is a calcium titanium nesosilicate mineral. Trace impurities of iron and aluminum are typically present. Also commonly present are rare earth metals including cerium and yttrium. Also, calcium may be partly replaced by thorium. Titanite comes in green, yellow, black, gray, and brown. Titanite was previously known as Swene, and that name is enclosed in the older literature. The name Swene was coined by Reine Hayui in 1801. Swene derives from the Greek sphainos, which translates to wedge. Titanite is a 5 to 5.5 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from $50 up to $600 per carat. Topaz. Topaz is a silicate mineral of aluminum and fluorine. Common topaz in its natural state is colorless. Through trace element impurities can make it pale blue or golden brown to yellow-orange. Topaz is often treated with heat or radiation to make it deep blue, reddish-orange, pale green, pink, or purple. The name topaz comes from topazios, the Old Greek name for a small island in the Red Sea, now called Zabergrad. Topaz is a 8 on the hardness scale, and it's sold as low as $8 and can get as expensive as $3,000 per carat. Tourmaline. Tourmaline is a crystalline silicate mineral group in which boron is compounded with elements such as aluminum, iron, magnesium, sodium, lithium, or potassium. This gemstone comes in a wide variety of colors. The name derives from the Sinhalese tourmaline, which refers to the carnelian gemstones. Tourmaline is a 7 to 7.5 on the hardness scale, and it's being sold for $100 to $400 per carat. Tsavorite. Tsavorite is a variety of garnet group species Gossular, a calcium and aluminum garnet. Trace amounts of vanadium or chromium provide the green color. Tsavorite got its name after Tsavo National Park in Kenya. Tsavorite is a 7 to 7.5 on the hardness scale. Tsavorite can be sold for $550 per carat. Turquoise. Turquoise is an opaque blue to green mineral that is hydrous phosphate of copper and aluminum. The word turquoise dates back to the 17th century and is derived from the Old French turquoise, meaning Turkish, because of the mineral was first brought to Europe through the Ottoman Empire. The oldest turquoise mines are in the Sinai Peninsula of Egypt. Turquoise is a 5 to 6 on the hardness scale and is selling for $1 to $10 per carat. Zircon. Zircon is a mineral belonging to the group of nesosilicates and is a source of the metal zirconium. The name derives from the Persian zargun, meaning gold-hued. Zircon can come in many colors. Zircon is a 7.5 on the hardness scale, and its price is between $280 to $450 per carat. Zoltanite. Zoltanite is a gem variety of the mineral diaspore, mined in the Ibir Mountains of southwest Turkey at an elevation of over 4,000 feet. Turkey is the only place where the mineral can be found. Depending on its light source, zoltanite's color varies between the yellowish green, light gold, and purplish pink. The beauty and intrigue of zoltanite lies in the fact that it is able to change colors, and to do so across a wide spectrum and not just 2 or 3 colors, like other gemstones that exhibit pleochroism. Zoltanite is a 6.5 to a 7 on the hardness scale, and it's sold from starting of $30 per carat to $200 per carat.